initially when I got on, a lot of people were very confused as to where I was from and kind of assuming the accent. Very few people actually guessed it was South African, but I had Russian and I had
Yeah.
German and I had British, but
I think
you
a
know,
lot of people don't even know South Africa like exists. They just assume you're from somewhere, I don't know, in upper north, I would imagine. Like it's just like what sort of makes sense for somebody who's looks white, I guess. I don't know.
I, I get it. I often, I mean, now it's gotten to the point the way that social media has just exploded. Um, I go to the local grocer or the butcher or even the local pharmacy, and someone will kind of recognize me and, oh, you're the guy from TikTok. Like, what are you doing here? What are you doing in South Africa? I said, what do you
Oh,
mean?
like you're visiting. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I get
I
the
live
same
down the
thing when
road.
I go to the gym
Like,
all the time. It's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I fucking train here. Like, what do you mean?
yeah, yeah. So even for the locals,
Yeah.
I think for myself, I've worked with the likes of with overseas clients, an offshore development team, and that may have caused for some sort of change in accent, which can leave people assuming kind of, because I guess I don't sound like a typical South African. Um, and there's aspects of it, there's elements of it, but yeah, it is a little bit different. I guess that just had it all added to the mystery. It all added to the mystery of who's this guy, who's this large guy with the LED lights and the strange music, you know, um,
Yeah.
delivering content. So I think it was all just a kind of a recipe, and a lot of it organic, a lot of it trial and error, but ever evolving. Even now, we kind of just constantly looking at ways as to how we can just keep things fresh. I mean, I started a new series which is Good Fucking Morning, or there was Good Fucking Evening, Good Fucking Day, which is more a kind of thought provoking, more kind of general lifestyle motivation. But it brings a new audience outside of fitness, but even for the predominantly younger male audience that we have within fitness, I think it's a very neglected audience in general. And I mean, these guys suffer a lot with depression and anxiety and not feeling good enough. And so they need that upliftment. And with the type of content style that we're going into now that I have the platform and the base, is to kind of feed into that and kind of just help nurture and develop this audience that I have further. Taking I guess in some way you could say it's taking up a kind of the father figure, the father of fitness, or the daddy. I hate referring to myself as that, but
You got to
as,
tell
as
me how that nickname originated, by the way, because it's all over the place now. Was it just like a comment somewhere randomly, and then people just picked it up, or how did it come to be?
so it did. It started as a comment, and as we started to form this really incredible community, it kind of popped off, and then one person started referring Daddy Noel, and then another and another, and it kind of. I mean, I personally wasn't very accepting of it in the beginning,
Yeah.
but in the end, I was like, okay, let's just own this. And then one of the skits that we did, I had like Karen and. Karen is the female figure, right? You obviously get your Karen,
Yeah.
and then there was a gym bro, and there was an influencer bro, and it only felt suiting to get obviously a Daddy Noel to kind of help bring some sort of conclusion to to the general disputes between these different characters. But Yeah, and so just took it on, accepted it. I even got my vehicle branded, not by
Oh
choice. I
yeah,
don't want to think. I don't want you to think I'm that arrogant. I didn't go and put that in all on my car, but
yeah.
the guys that wrapped the vehicle on the rear wing, they actually embossed that in all on the rear wing.
Is
Um,
it like
and
underneath it, or is it like blatantly showing for everyone to see, like from the?
it's so depending on the lighting, it's actually quite blatant, but so the way they've done it is they actually printed on vinyl and then they printed like a sticker and they stuck it on the rear wing and then they vinyled over that,
Okay.
so it's kind of embossed, um, and it's noticeable. Often I find people that probably don't know who Daddy Noel is, but I think there's a few people that I've seen kind of just stop next to me on the side of the road and just click a quick picture of the rear wing. And I
Yeah.
can only imagine the kind of conversations that must be going on in those cars. Like
Yeah.
people people that why would I just drive around referring myself to myself as daddy? But
Yeah.
um, yeah,
That's on the
so
GTR specifically.
yeah, that's on the GTR.
Oh wow. Yeah. So that's like the flashy, the fancy vehicle too. That's like the top end performance thing and just like the huge flex on the wing as well.